Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in and another product for you to unbox, actually another product for me to unbox and you to watch is the Corsair RM850 power supply. Now this is a power supply we chose for this new PC that we're building for our video editor, and 850 watts because, well, if you've seen what else we've got a Ryzen 7 3700X, we've got an Nvidia RTX 2070 Super, and of course we wanted to leave some headroom in case we decided to do, crazy things with it. So before we talk about all of that, let's just quickly unbox the power supply and see what you get inside. Now, this is actually a fully modular power supply, and the reason for that is because we didn't want any unnecessary cables hanging out from the case, constricting the airflow and any of that. So modular is the way to go, especially if you're building a nice tricked out PC. So the RM850 is pretty well recommended. It also is 80 plus gold certified. So if you open the box, here is the power supply itself, very neatly wrapped, and there's some actual cable ties. This sort of came out with the power supply itself. So this is the RM850, pretty heavy with it's got a singular 140mm fan on the inside and should keep the power supply pretty cool. Now, depending on how you're cooling your system, it'll really depend on whether you want to set this up in exhaust or intake configurations. That's up to you. But on the back, you have all of these connectors for your various devices. You've got this CPU connector, the PCI lanes, SATA connector, etc. And then over here, the power connector. Pretty straightforward as far as that goes. So just put that off to the side. Then moving on, this box over here is actually where you have all of the good stuff. So you've got, let's take that out for a second. This in here are all of the cables you will need to put your PC together, along with all of its components. So it's quite a few cables. If you want me to go through them one by one, there's of course a power cable. So for some reason, Corsair continues to give a UK plug in the box. Might not be a problem for some people if you're living in big cities where you can buy a converter easily, or if you live in a home which is got these international sockets. But for people who are not living in such cities, this could be a problem. So this is something to keep in mind if you're getting a Corsair power supply. UK plug in the box, not cool. There's one SATA cable, there's quite a few SATA cables actually. So you've got your SATA cables here. I'm going to put those aside. You've got your 6-pin PCIe connectors over here. There's actually supposed to be more. Yep. So there's 2 of those. That's good because if you're running a heavy duty GPU, like let's say if you decide to get a 2080, or if you decided to get 2 2080s, you'll need more of these cables. So that's good that Corsair gives 2 of those in the box. There's a 24-pin CPU connector, motherboard cable, that's cool. There's a CPU 8-pin power cable along with, there's 2 of them actually. So that basically what this means is if you're building a high-end machine like we are, normally motherboards do require dual 8-pin, so you're covered there. Additionally, there's another PCIe connector, so that's cool. And lastly, Molex. Now this is something I haven't seen in a while. Corsair is still bundling Molex connectors in the box, so I don't know if you're building a PC today why you would want this, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, I guess. So that's a quick look at all of the stuff you get inside the box of the Corsair RM850 power supply. There's a lot of cables. I strongly would recommend you keep this box handy so that if you have any cables that you're not using, you can store them in here and not just have them sort of lying around the room or the house. They're easy to lose and replacements can be a little tricky to find. So thank you guys for watching this video, and in case you have any questions about this build, just hit the subscribe button on our channel and you'll see us actually building this PC very soon. And if you have any questions about power supplies, just leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you guys for watching.